in more detail. In fact, I'm going to find some stuff that he wrote and I'll bring it to class and we can kind of analyze it. I think he had the right ideas. If you really study his life, this was a very hardworking man. I think he walked 500 miles just to enroll in Hampton. There's, things like that, which I think is amazing. But then the idea of developing institutions that belong to us. I mean, imagine if we had a million kids who came into the world trained on the idea of institutional development. Everybody says, I'm going to create a business. I'm going to create some structure. I want to develop some. I have structure in my family. I have structure with my church. I'm going to have structure with something educational. Then you'll really see a building spree in the Black community. You'll just see all these amazing entities come into existence because you have people that are trained not just on business management, but they're trained on business development. Those are two different things. And right now, what you have an industry of millions of our young people that are being trained to go work for white folks, right? Because you ask them like what their majors are. Most of them have majors that are aligned with looking for a job. So what happens when that occurs is you're pushing all your wealth and your potential into someone else's hands. That's what you're doing because the job is going to cap how much money they can make. And any premium that comes from that activity is going to go to the business owner. That's how capitalism works. So we've got to really, really revamp everything. I'm a big Garvey guy. I'm a big Booker T guy. I'm a little bit of a Du Bois guy. I think that we need our scholars, but Du Bois couldn't create a job. Du Bois only knew how to look for a job, from what I have seen. Right? No disrespect to him. And everybody's flawed, right? Everybody's going to have some things that you agree with and disagree with. And so it might be a matter of picking and choosing pieces of everybody's ideology and really saying, how do we solve this problem right now? I hope that that makes sense. And then that other piece about the simple rules, making sure every Black child knows how to start a business by the age of 12. If every child gets stock from the time they're born, you do the 5-year pledge, and let's say you stretch that out to 30 years. 30 years, they're almost at $1 million. I mean, really, it's so straightforward. It's literally in less than a generation, we change everything by simply doing what we're already doing. And in fact, actually, if you want to sign up for the 5-year pledge, we did set up a landing page where we can guide you and give you investing tips on that. So the URL is 5yearpledge.com. So you can go to 5yearpledge.com and sign up. And each year, I'm going to track. I'm going to ask you, how you feel about it, how it's going for you. And all I'm asking you to do is pick an amount, invest that amount consistently in the stock market, in the particularly the S&P 500. Don't go buying crazy stuff. S&P 500 stocks. You can SPY or VOO. Those are two ticker symbols you can aim for to start with. So don't overthink it. SPY, VOO, $500 a month, just like your car note. If paying for the car matters to you, then paying for your future should matter to you too. And be consistent. Don't sell your assets. Rich people don't usually, they're not quick to sell stuff. Rich people sell things if they have to. So don't so start acting like rich people and then you'll become one. And after 20, after 10 years, it's roughly 90 to $100,000. After 20 years, it's about 350,000. After 30 years, it becomes 1 million. If you want to speed it up, then double it. Go to 1,000. Some of you have enough money that you can afford to invest 1,000 a month. If you're really wealthy, do 2,000. If you do 2,000 a month, then after 10 years, you're talking about what, $400,000 that you have, somewhere close to that, 354, something like that. After 20 years, you're at 1.2, 1.3 million.